Bonjour, c'est moi Suki Doll, and this is Xtra Magazine after the Sashay.
Hey Squirrel friends, I'm Extra contributor Russ Martin, and you are watching After the Sashay, our weekly kiki with the most recently eliminated contestant from Canada's Drag Race Season 2. Let's go! Suki, it is so nice to see you. In this week's episode, I laughed so hard when you said that you were very fine. I'm wondering, how are you today?
Well, I'm still on my cloud 9. Well, is it cloud 9? I don't know which cloud I'm on, but it's sunk, and here I am. Honestly, a lot of emotions and high and lows. I think I'm the low right now. But here, I'm feeling good.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. This week was also the reading challenge. We only got to see one read from you. I'm wondering, can you give me a new read for one of your Season 2 sisters?
I have one for Stephanie, because I did say one for Stephanie, even though she's gone. So I turned around and said, Stephanie, you look like a cheap version of me, but they send the doubles home. She was there.
For the Snatch Game, you picked Yoko Ono, who is a very tough character to pull off. Were there other options that you considered?
Absolutely. My other options was Brett Rockman and also with Nikita Dragon. So for sure, the two other choices was much easier, but I would have regretted my whole life if I didn't do Yoko, just because I love her so much and I respect her so much, and I think that's also my downfall, because I love and respect her so much. I couldn't make so much fun out of it, because I was like, okay, I don't want to disrespect the person because she's an artist and I respect the person. But yes, I did have other options. We'll see in All Stars.
Well, I love Yoko Ono, and I was excited about it, but I think I would have loved Nikita Dragon too. I think that you could have made that really funny.
Well, now that you've seen Yoko, you're choosing Nikita. Don't be shady with Suki.
I have a fun question that I'm asking everyone. I want to know about the most famous person in your DMs, and tell me a little bit about your interaction with them.
Famous for my world is somebody that I look up to. So it's not like an amount of like people following, but more of who I respect the most and I look upward to. So I had Suki Doll that wrote to me, and she was so genuine and nice. And of course, we spoke in French the whole time, and it was just a nice bonding moment for two French sisters that is from of course the Ru series. So that was really it was good. I'd like to have somebody support you and elevate, and also say that you're being seen and things like that. So it felt great.
Fantastic. A lot of your looks are inspired by Asian art, imagery, and culture. Can you talk a little bit about how your background informs your drag?
Well, I mean, it's mostly for a person that's BIPOC. It's impossible to not be inspired by it. We just our present itself, and just the fact that we are a person of color, it politicizes our presence and our art. So, I mean, I might as well use it into our own advantage and also use it to celebrate it. So, how I use it and how I implement it is every little twist and turn. So, every little detail, I just bring my heritage in and my roots, and I guess it's in the small details, it's in the big details also. So it's everywhere. Implement it.
Yeah. You've also spoken about how there are very few Asian drag artists who are working regularly in Quebec. Why do you think that is?
Well, you know what? It's just such a hard market first thing. To be fair, it's already hard to pierce because there's only so little bars, and the demand is much smaller in Quebec. There's not a lot of place already for queens in any ethnicity. Then coming down and segregating it into a smaller category, it makes it even smaller, the demand for queens of color than queens that are Asian. So, it just goes down, 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 and we really at the bottom pyramid in the sense that there's not a lot of representation, there's not a lot of demand. So when we are one of the only Asian queens that perform, we always typecasted. So of course it gets even worse in the sense that you're already at the bottom pyramid, and then you have even typecast, so you fit in this little box that people want to make you fit in, and that's a problem. There's a problem.
I really enjoyed the moment in this week's episode when you talked about how your positive attitude comes from having grown up in the projects and the fact that you are now being given a great opportunity. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience growing up?
Well, my experience growing up is just that knowing that I didn't have the same chances as the others, I just really took things more in perspective and took things lightly and positively and to take every opportunity that comes to you and use it as a fighting stick, a fighting chance. And might it be a short stick, a big stick, you use that stick and you fight for it. So that's what growing up it gave me as the understanding of what the real life is, like real world and the adulthood. So I was more of an adult before I was a child. Was she ever a child?
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with me. I saw on social media that you had reunited with your mom after, I think, almost 2 years for the premiere. Is that right?
Wow, look at you, spy FBI. Well, yes, Russ. You know what? Just with the pandemic, my mother has more frail health. So I just wanted to make sure that I do not, affect her with COVID and things like that. So the first time that I saw her was after 2 years and I saw her for the premiere. She was there and, oh my God, I'm going to cry again, but it was so sentimental and, I just miss my mom so much. She's the world and she gave me everything and I wouldn't be Suki Doll without my mom's encouragement. She was the one who would match my jewelry to my outfit when I started doing drag, so she's my world.
Fantastic. I'm so happy that you were able to reunite with her. That sounds like a really special moment. Your Sandra Oh. It was incredible. I was obsessed with it. Can you tell me, what does Sandra Oh mean to you?
Sandra Oh, particularly in that moment, I was choosing a movie that represented her and me also. The movie I chose from Sandra Oh is called Double Happiness. And Double Happiness is related to a Canadian movie that she was firstly known from. And it represents the happiness from a roots and heritage, which is one of happiness, and the double happiness is when you yourself as a AAPI person from first generation like myself find your own happiness, and my own happiness is drag. So my double happiness is drag and my family. So this is why choosing Sandra Oh in that exact role and movie was so important to me.
Yeah, fantastic. I read that you made some of Kiara's outfits for season 1 of Canada's Drag Race. Did that work help you when it came time to prepare your own package for the show?
Well, I mean, it did because, you get a little bit more of the inside of timeline and like pricing and things like that. And it's not cheap. You can see everything's very expensive. But it did because I made her finale look, which is the feathered corset that I made for her. I don't even remember how we packed it because, you have to pack and send this by airplane. But it helped me a lot knowing how to pack, knowing the pricing because I was the one charging. And and just knowing the size of it, it was incredible. It's a great experience and a help for it.
Now, you're a very accomplished designer. You have your own collection of accessories, actually, that you sell on your website. And I believe that you recently quit your design job to do drag full-time. I'm wondering, was it scary to take that leap into full-time life as a drag artist?
Absolutely. I have such a successful boy career, but I think in life you have to take a leap of faith, and mostly this is my passion. It's something I want to do forever. So, I mean, is there a question really? You get only so many chances in life, and this is one of the opportunities that I put myself into. I mean, I put my life saving into this. I didn't get married. I didn't buy my house just so I can do Drag Race. So it's not even a question if I would leave my job to do this full time. I mean, I will do it again, 100%. Divorce!
Can you tell viewers where they can find your accessories?
My accessories, of course. So if you go on my Instagram page and my link in the bio, you can see the Love One collection. The Love One collection is actually my luxury line, and I'm giving 5% back to Egal Canada, which is a LGBTQIA organism that helps the families and people that is from our community. And also everything that I make is also in a circular design. So what it means is we're using things that are dead stock that are going to end up in the landfills, and that's not going to be good for the environment. So there's many process that I go through it, and also it's made by me and it's designed by me. It's made in my city in Montreal. So support your girl. Buy some luxury for yourself. Treat yourself. Thanks for watching Xtra Magazine After the Sashay, and you can find me, of course, on my social media. Just go to my Instagram page and you'll see all the details and all the new hot piping tea.